My child, my beloved, come closer for a moment and listen with your heart instead of your ears. There is something heavenly happening around you right now, something that your spirit has been sensing, but you could not find the words for. This message has not appeared by accident. You were guided here not once, not twice, but again and again because heaven has been watching you silently. And today, something has been released in your name. Before I speak further, I gently ask you to remain with me until the final breath of this message. Do not go away. Do not rush, for the one who tries to rush miracles loses them before they bloom. My beloved, you have prayed for something silently, something you did not tell anyone. Something that came from the deepest aching part of your soul. It was not a loud prayer. It was not a public prayer. It was whispered only in the silence of your own heart. And today, that prayer has reached heaven in full. On this day, November 6th, as the hour turns and the time contracts into the final 30 minutes, a divine decision has been made. A shift has been permitted. A turning of events is about to unfold. There is a piece of news coming your way, news that is not ordinary, not casual, it carries the weight of destiny. My child, if you only knew how close this moment truly is, you would not even blink. You think this message is just text, something normal. No, this is the very sign you asked for. Remember that moment when you thought silently, God, if you are really with me, show me a sign, something only I will understand. Here it is. The heavens waited for the precise timing, and that timing is now, my beloved. I, Archangel Michael, am speaking to your spirit directly. I am touching the space behind your heart. You may feel warmth. You may feel chills. You may feel a sudden heaviness or a strange lightness. Do not be afraid, this is how the spiritual realm touches the physical one. You have been through storms that no one knows about. People saw your smile, but they did not see the nights you cried quietly. They saw your strength, but they did not see how many times you almost gave up. Heaven saw everything, every tear, every prayer, every moment. You kept faith alive even when you had no strength left, and for that, you have been chosen. But listen to me, my beloved, your life is about to change in a way that will shock even you. This news that is coming is not something small. It is not something temporary. It is not something that will disappear tomorrow. It is a turning point, a divine rearrangement, a sudden opening of a door that has been locked for years. You feel it, don't you? You can sense that something is approaching. Your soul knows before your mind notices. Today, you are being pulled into your destiny moment. But here, I must warn you gently, do not walk away. Do not ignore this message. Do not dismiss it. Heaven opens doors only when you are aware enough to walk through them. Listen closely. Someone is going to speak your name today, someone who carries a title in your destiny. Someone whose actions will alter your path. It could be a person you thought forgot you. It could be someone you never expected to return. It could be someone who suddenly realizes your value. It could be an opportunity, a message, a call, a decision, a moment that shifts everything. This is the surprising news that is being delivered to you, not by chance, not by coincidence, but by divine appointment. You did something recently, a small action, but heaven noticed. You opened something. You listened to something. You chose not to give up. And because of that, the wheel has turned. My beloved, remain with me here. Do not rush. Do not click away. Do not let your mind wander. There is more I must reveal, much more. What is coming toward you is powerful. It has a name. It has a face. It has a purpose. And if you leave in the middle, you will not understand its meaning. Stay. Breathe. Receive. My child, my beloved, you stayed. That means your spirit recognized something here. Not everyone can stay when heaven speaks, only those who are meant to receive remain. This already tells me something about you. Your soul is ready. Ready for what is about to unfold. Ready for what has been held back for so long. Ready for what is already moving in your direction. My beloved, there were times when you questioned yourself, why is everything taking so long? Why do I keep losing people I care about? Why does my heart feel heavy even when I try to stay strong? You thought these were signs of failure, but they were signs of preparation. The delays were not denials. They were alignments. Heaven was not ignoring you. Heaven was clearing space for what belongs to you. There is a reason blessings did not come earlier. If they had arrived when your heart was not yet healed, you would have lost them immediately. Heaven was not punishing you, heaven was protecting what is meant to stay. Even when you felt alone, you were watched. Even when you felt abandoned, you were held. Even when you felt forgotten, your name was being spoken above. Do you know what your soul has earned? A moment of divine reversal. And that moment, my beloved, is coming today. This message is not for a someday, not when things get better, not when conditions are right. No, it is happening now. You are standing inside the 30-minute window where heaven has permitted movement. The realms are shifting around your name. Your energy field is changing. A new alignment is settling in. Something or someone has been instructed to move toward you. Listen carefully now. There is a person involved in this destiny moment, someone whose actions, decisions, emotions, and realizations are directly tied to your next chapter. This person has been thinking about you intensely. Not casually, not temporarily, not out of curiosity. Their spirit has been pulled toward you. Their consciousness has been stirred. Their heart has felt a sudden gravity, a weight, a knowing. They may have resisted before. They may have been confused. They may have walked away or stayed silent. But today, the silence breaks because heaven has opened their understanding. This is why you may have been feeling a sudden heaviness in your heart, a strange restlessness, a pulse of emotion without explanation. Dreams that felt too real, a pull towards something you cannot describe. This was not random, this was your soul sensing movement. What you are about to hear is tied to your purpose. It is tied to your destiny. It is tied to the divine promise you were given long ago when you were young enough to believe in miracles and old enough to need them. My beloved, this news, this message, this revelation will shift the way you see your story. But I must tell you something important now, and I ask you to listen with your whole being. Do not let fear rise when the door opens. Do not withdraw when the blessing appears. Do not question whether you deserve it. You do. Everything you have survived was not wasted. Your pain is not meaningless. Your patience is not unnoticed. Your love is not forgotten. You are about to see why everything happened the way it did. But hear me. When the message comes, when the call happens, when the truth appears, you must be willing to receive, because miracles are not lost by lack of faith, they are lost by hesitation. Do not hesitate. Your heart has carried enough scars. It is time for healing that stays. Now listen closely. My beloved, the news you are about to hear today is the beginning of your shift. But before I reveal the nature of this news, before I speak the name tied to your destiny, before I show what heaven is delivering to you, I need you to stay with me. Do not move. Do not leave. Do not rush. The next words I speak are the ones you were meant to hear your entire life. My child, my beloved, you are still here. This means your spirit is in alignment. It means your soul is listening. It means you are ready to receive what was once withheld. There is something sacred that I must now place before your heart. Take a slow breath. Do not rush this moment. The news that is coming toward you today has been forming in silence for a long time. It did not begin today. It did not begin last week. It began years ago when your soul first crossed paths with another soul. That was written into your destiny. This connection was not casual. It was not accidental. It was written. There is a person whose life is connected to your life in a way that cannot be undone. Even when distance separated you, even when misunderstandings clouded the truth, even when silence became the bridge between you, the bond did not fade. This is why your heart still feels them. This is why your spirit still knows them. This is why you sense them even when nothing is spoken. My beloved, your souls remember each other. Even when your minds try to forget, the news that is coming today has something to do with this person. It is something that will shift the balance between you. It is something that will open a door that has been locked for too long. But I must tell you this honestly, this person has gone through a realization about you, about your worth, about your place in their life, and about what you truly meant. There were moments they did not see you clearly. There were moments they took your heart for granted. There were moments they allowed fear, confusion, or pride to guide them. But something happened recently, something awakened them. A memory, a loss, a silence too loud to ignore. A moment where they looked around and realized that no one understood them the way you did. No one carried their pain the way you did. No one saw their soul the way you did. They realized that your presence was not ordinary. It was sanctuary. And sanctuary cannot be replaced, not by distance, not by distraction, not by time. My beloved, I must prepare your heart gently. This person is coming back toward your story, not with empty words, not with shallow emotion, but with truth, the kind of truth that only pain can teach, the kind of truth that only loss can reveal, the kind of truth that only love can survive. But listen to me carefully now. When this message comes to you today, you will have a choice, to receive or to close your heart. Your reaction will shape the outcome. Do not return pain for pain. Do not respond with the voice of old wounds. Do not speak from a place of anger or disappointment. Speak from the wisdom your journey has given you. Speak from the strength you have earned. Speak from the depth of love that still lives in you. Because what is coming is not merely emotional. It is spiritual. This person is not returning because of longing alone. They are returning because heaven allowed their heart to see the truth. Your connection is part of your purpose. And when purpose calls, no force in this world can stop the path from opening. But there is something else, something you may not expect. This news that comes today is not only about your heart, it also touches your life direction, your finances, your stability, your opportunities, your future foundation. The same door that closed before is about to open again. But this time, when it opens, it does not close. My child, you are entering a divine turning point. But I have not yet revealed the most important part. What is being prepared for you has a timeline, a very short one. We are within it now. And the window is narrowing. When you are ready for the revelation, for the clarity, for the name, for the message heaven is sending, my child, my beloved, you have remained. This means you are ready to receive the truth that many are not strong enough to hear. Sit with these words quietly. Do not read in a hurry. Let every line touch you. The divine realm is not asking you to wait anymore. It is asking you to prepare because what is coming is already decided. It is already in motion. It is already moving toward you. The news that approaches has weight to it. It is not light. It is not casual. It is the kind of news that shifts the heart, changes plans, and opens a new chapter. Before I reveal what it is, I must first tell you why now. You have been in a spiritual season of silence, a season where your prayers seemed unanswered. A season where you watched others move forward while you remained still. A season where your heart was forced to learn patience, endurance, and surrender. This silence was not punishment, it was construction. Heaven was rebuilding your emotional foundation. Your spirit was being strengthened. Your intuition was being sharpened. Your heart was learning how to love without losing itself. You had to be prepared because what is coming requires a strong heart, not a wounded one. And now you are strong, not the loud strength others show, but the quiet strength of someone who has survived themselves. This is why the timing has shifted. My child, lean closer. The news you are about to receive will come through a message, a call, a voice note, a sudden return, a sentence that begins with, "We need to talk." Do not fear this sentence. It is not a sentence of endings, it is a sentence of truth. This person, the one whose soul is tied to yours, has been fighting an inner battle. They have tried to forget you. They have tried to distract themselves. They have tried to silence the memory of your presence. But love born in the soul cannot be erased by the mind. They saw something recently that made everything clear to them, a picture, a dream, a conversation, a moment of quiet, a loss, a realization that time moves, but the heart does not follow unless it is guided. This realization broke something in them, something that kept them distant, something that kept them silent, something that kept them away. They have understood now that your connection was never ordinary, it was sacred. My beloved, I must prepare you. This person is returning with truth, not half-truth, not confused truth, not temporary truth, but actual truth, the kind that brings clarity after years of confusion, the kind that brings healing after years of silence, the kind that restores what was lost instead of repeating the past. But here is the moment where your destiny shifts. When they speak their heart, when they reveal what they have realized, when they show vulnerability they hid for so long, you must listen, not with the hurt you carry, not with the anger you remember, not with the fear of what if it breaks again. Listen with the soul. Your soul loved them first. Your soul recognized them before your mind did. Your soul has always known. The news coming today is not just about reconciliation, connection, or love, it is about alignment. Your path is aligning with your purpose. But there is one more layer I must reveal, and this is where the urgency begins. Because heaven does not send warnings for no reason. The window of divine timing is narrow. And the choice you make in this window determines what stays and what leaves your life forever. The next part will explain why the timing is today, why 30 minutes is not symbolic and what you must do when the message arrives. My child, my beloved, what I speak now is not to create fear but to awaken awareness. You are in a divine timing window. This is not ordinary time, this is chosen time. When heaven prepares to shift your destiny, there is always a brief moment where the spiritual and physical align, a door opens, a signal is given, a message is released. But that door does not stay open forever. This is why you kept seeing signs. This is why your emotions felt heavier than usual. This is why your dreams felt real. This is why your heart has been restless. Your soul has known this moment was coming. The 30 minutes that were spoken to you are not symbolic or poetic, they are real spiritual timing markers. Your timeline has reached a place where destiny calls for response. Now I must reveal the true nature of the news that is coming. A truth is about to be spoken to you, a truth that was hidden, a truth that was delayed, a truth that could not be revealed until now. This truth will come from the one whose soul is tied to yours. It may come as, I realized something. I have to tell you something. I can't hold this anymore. I understand your value now. Do not interrupt. Do not speak over them. Do not protect your heart by acting cold. Listen because what they say next will reveal the purpose of your connection. This person has discovered that they cannot move forward in life without acknowledging what your presence meant. They cannot enter their future while leaving you behind in their past. They cannot find peace while remaining in silence. Their heart has accepted something, you were the turning point in their life, not because of romance alone, not because of attachment, but because your energy shifted them. Your soul awakened something in them. Your love opened a part of them that had been closed for years. This is why the distance did not break the connection, because it was never the mind that tied you together, it was the soul. And the soul does not forget what is real. My beloved, you are entering a moment that many wait lifetimes for, the moment where the heart's unanswered prayer meets heaven's perfect timing. But hear me now with your full spirit. You must be open, not weak, not naive, not desperate, open. Open like someone who has learned, grown, healed, and risen, because you have. You are no longer the one who begged to be understood. You are the one who is now recognized. This is why the news comes today, because you are ready to receive it. But there is one more truth I must place before you. The message that comes will not only repair the heart, it will also shift your life path. You are not meant to walk forward alone anymore. You are not meant to carry your burdens without support. You are not meant to be the strong one for everyone while having no one for yourself. This connection is part of your divine support system. But I must say this clearly, when they speak, let your heart answer, not your fear, not your doubt, not your past hurt. Because fear destroys miracles before they are born. And my beloved, you have suffered enough. Now you receive. The next part will reveal how the message will come, what sign will appear before it, and what your energy must do to receive it fully. My child, my beloved, take another slow breath. Do not rush these words. Let them enter you gently, the way dawn enters a quiet room. You are now crossing from understanding into receiving. What I reveal now is delicate. It concerns timing, energy, and the spiritual signal before the news arrives. Listen closely. Before the message reaches you today, you will feel something inside your chest, not panic, not fear, but a shift, a sensation, a sudden awareness. It may feel like your breath deepens for no reason. Your heart beats differently for a moment. Your body pauses as if remembering something forgotten. Your eyes feel warm or heavy. Your spirit becomes alert without knowing why. This is the moment your soul recognizes that it is happening now. The spiritual realm always sends a signal the moment destiny begins to move. You may even notice silence around you suddenly, as if the world itself is waiting. Do not ignore this feeling. Do not push it away. Do not distract yourself. Be still when it comes, because right after that moment, the message will come. It may come through a phone notification, a call, a sudden name appearing on screen, a conversation that begins unexpectedly, a sentence someone speaks that feels too precise to be coincidence, a detail you were not supposed to see, but now you are shown. What is important is not how it comes, but that you are awake enough to recognize it. My beloved, you have been prepared for this moment for months, perhaps years. All the heartbreak, confusion, silence, and longing were not chaos, they were alignment. You were being shaped into the person who could receive and hold love without losing yourself. Now you understand your worth. Now you have learned how to walk alone with dignity. Now you know how to choose peace over chaos. Now you no longer chase what does not choose you. This is why the message comes now, because you will not break this time. You will receive. But I must tell you something deeper, something few ever understand. The news you are about to receive was delayed because the person involved needed to experience life without your presence to realize how much your presence mattered. The silence taught them. The distance awakened them. The loneliness revealed the truth. They have discovered something that has changed them. Love is not found twice, not the kind that was born between your souls. This realization broke the wall around their heart, and that is why they return now, not to repeat the past, but to rewrite it. My child, listen. This is not just love returning, it is purpose returning. It is destiny realigning. It is the universe correcting a path that went wrong. You are stepping into a moment where what was lost returns. What was unclear becomes clear. What was silent begins to speak. What was painful finally heals. But there is one more thing. To receive this blessing fully, you must remain in peace. Do not overthink. Do not analyze. Do not prepare speeches in your mind. Just be present. Your heart already knows what to do. Your soul has already accepted what is coming. Your spirit has already recognized the one who is returning. And they are coming not as they left, but as someone who finally sees you. The next part will reveal exactly what they will confess when they speak to you. My child, my beloved, prepare your heart for what I speak now. Because these next words are the ones your soul has been waiting to hear, even in the moments when you thought you no longer cared, even in the nights when you tried to forget, even in the days you told yourself you were done. Truth has its own clock, and today, the hour of truth arrives. When this person speaks to you, they will not speak with the same voice they once used, not the voice that was guarded, distant, or afraid. Their voice will carry weight, a quiet weight, a trembling weight, a weight born from finally understanding what your presence meant. Listen to me carefully. They will tell you something like, I realize now what you were to me. I didn't see your value before, but now I do. I thought I had time, but I didn't. I can't pretend anymore. You changed me. You are the person I couldn't replace. These words will not be dramatic, they will be honest. And honesty this deep has power. They will confess something they have carried in silence. They missed you, not your image, not your memory. You, your presence, your spirit, your understanding, your gentleness, your depth, your essence. They will admit that the world felt empty in places where you once lived in their life. They may say, there were people around me, but I still felt alone. I tried to move on, but every path felt wrong. No one saw me the way you did. Pay attention to the softness in their voice. It will not be weakness, it will be truth emerging. My beloved, you must hear this next part with your soul. This is not just someone returning, this is someone who has awakened to love, awakened to their own heart, awakened to the meaning of your connection. This awakening did not happen easily, it required loss, silence, reflection, lessons life does not teach gently. And now they return, with humility, with sincerity, with awareness, not because they want you, but because they understand you. There is a difference. Anyone may want you, but only the one written for your soul understands you. This is why your heart always recognized them. Even in pain, even in distance, even in quiet, your soul knew, your soul always knew. But now their soul knows too. This is the alignment heaven has been waiting for, two souls recognizing each other at the same time. Now listen, when they come, do not rush to respond. Do not rush to fix anything. Do not rush to explain your pain. Let them speak fully. Let them uncover themselves. Let them reveal their truth. Let them meet you where you have already been waiting because your heart has always been ahead, and now their heart has caught up. My child, this is the beginning of a new chapter, not a repeat of the old, not a return to struggle, not a cycle restarting. No, this time both of you are awakened. This time both of you understand. This time both of you are ready. But your role now is to stay open and stay still. You do not need to chase. You do not need to prove. You do not need to force. Destiny does not require effort, only presence. The next part will reveal what happens after the conversation and how it shifts your life path in the days that follow. My child, my beloved, you are now entering the heart of this message. What comes after the conversation is just as important as the conversation itself. Because when two souls finally speak truth, the energy of your life shifts. The atmosphere around you changes, the direction of your path moves. What happens next will feel subtle at first, quiet, soft, like something awakening in the background of your spirit. You may notice your chest feels lighter, your breath becomes deeper, your mind becomes clearer, your heart stops carrying old heaviness. This is not imagination. This is the release of what your spirit held for so long. For years, you have carried emotions that had nowhere to go, words you could not speak, love you could not express, pain you could not explain. All of this begins to unravel after the conversation. Do not resist it. Do not fear it. Let yourself feel. Healing does not enter loudly, it arrives softly, like someone opening a window in a room that has been closed for too long. You will realize something profound: you are not the same person you were before. You have grown. You have learned. You have risen above old patterns. And this is why what comes next is different. Your connection with this person will not fall back into the past because you are no longer living in the past, you are living in your becoming. Now listen carefully. Over the next days, you will notice small signs that confirm the shift. You will feel more calm than usual, more aware of your surroundings, more grounded in your truth, more sure of who you are. Your intuition will become stronger. Your dreams may become clearer. Your emotional responses will be steady, not reactive. This is the state of someone stepping into purpose. And because you are entering this state, the universe will begin to rearrange things in your life. People who drain your energy will distance from you naturally. Situations that used to overwhelm you will lose their power. Circumstances that once felt stuck will begin to open. You will see opportunities appear, conversations shift, connections deepen, and movement begin. And here is the key: your material life will begin to reflect your spiritual alignment, your finances, your career path, your stability, your environment, all of these will begin to rise. Because when the heart heals, life responds. But now I must reveal a truth that only those ready for destiny can understand. Your blessing is not coming alone. It is coming with responsibility. The responsibility to nurture what returns, the responsibility to protect your peace, the responsibility to choose patience over fear, the responsibility to love without self-abandonment. This connection is not here to replace your healing, it is here to expand it. This person is not returning to save you, they are returning to walk beside you. Your paths are meant to run forward together now, not in confusion, but in clarity, not in chaos, but in alignment, not in longing, but in presence. My beloved, you have waited long. You have endured quietly. You have loved deeply. You have survived what should have broken you. And now, finally, you are entering the season where your heart receives. But the window is still active. The timing is still delicate. The shift is still unfolding. What I speak next is the most important part of this message so far. My child, my beloved, what I reveal now is the core of the divine instruction. Listen with full stillness. Do not rush. Do not skip a single line. You are currently standing inside a moment of spiritual transition. The universe has paused around your name. The energies are rearranging themselves in your favor. But there is something extremely important now: your response is shaping your reality. Read that again slowly. Your response, not your past, not your fear, not your memory of being hurt, not your thoughts that try to protect you. Your response now is what decides what stays in your life from this moment forward. Because your destiny is not something that happens to you, it is something you agree with. Heaven has already opened the door. The message is already on its way. The realization has already occurred in the heart of the one returning. But your spirit must choose how to receive it. I will tell you exactly what happens if your heart is open. You will step into a chapter where love becomes gentle instead of heavy, where connection feels safe instead of overwhelming, where conversation flows instead of breaks, where presence feels like home instead of confusion. Your heart will expand. Your trust will grow. Your life will feel aligned, not scattered. But if you respond from old wounds, if you speak from the voice of your pain instead of the voice of your soul, if you meet truth with fear instead of openness, the blessing delays again, not lost, not gone, just delayed. And my beloved, you have waited long enough. This is why heaven has been softening your heart these past weeks. This is why the emotions have been rising. This is why memories felt sharper. This is why you suddenly care about your peace more than anything else. You are being prepared to receive without resistance. Now I must reveal the part you have been sensing but were not ready to say aloud: you still love them. You never stopped. You tried to. You tried to bury it. You tried to silence it. You tried to walk away from it. But love that was written by the soul does not die through distance, it only waits. Your love did not continue because you were weak, it continued because it was true. And true love is not emotional dependency, it is spiritual recognition. Your heart recognized theirs long before either of you understood what was happening. This is why every attempt to forget them felt empty. This is why every distraction felt shallow. This is why every substitute connection collapsed, not because you were holding on, but because your soul refused to settle for something that was not real. My beloved, your patience has not been in vain. You did not love the wrong person, you loved them at the wrong time. But time has changed. Now the heart is ready. Now the truth has surfaced. Now the souls align. This is the turning point. But there is one final step before this blessing becomes solid in the physical world, a step that only you can take. And I will guide you through it. My child, my beloved, what I reveal now is the step that decides everything. This step is not loud. It is not dramatic. It does not require effort or struggle. It is something quiet, gentle, and deeply internal. It is the position of your heart at the moment the message arrives. You do not need to chase. You do not need to prove anything. You do not need to explain your worth. Your worth has already revealed itself through your silence, your patience, your growth, and your stillness. The step you must take now is simple: stay open. That is all, not wide open, not unguarded, not exposed, just open. Open enough to listen. Open enough to receive. Open enough to allow love to return without resistance. Because your heart has been closed before, but not because of coldness. No, your heart closed because it was protecting itself from breaking again, and that was necessary. Then you needed that protection. You needed that boundary. You needed that healing space. But now, your heart is healed enough to open softly, not like before, not like surrender, not like vulnerability without strength, but like someone who is no longer afraid of being seen. You have become strong in silence. You have become steady in your loneliness. You have learned to stand on your own feet. And because of this, you can now love without losing yourself. Listen to me, my beloved. When they speak their truth to you, you will feel something shift inside you, not panic, not overwhelm, a recognition. Your soul will say, yes, I remember this. I know this. This is real. Your heartbeat may slow for a moment. Your chest may grow warm. Your breathing may soften. This is your spirit saying the time has finally arrived. Do not rush to answer. Do not rush to define anything. Do not rush to label the moment. Just be present, because what you are receiving is not a confession of emotion alone, it is a spiritual confirmation. This is your answered prayer finally touching the physical world. And now I must tell you something even deeper. This moment is not only about love, it is about your destiny activating. When two souls align, purpose awakens. Your intuition will sharpen. Your creativity will rise. Your discipline will return. Your clarity will strengthen. Your motivation will ignite. Your vision for your life will reappear. The energy that was dormant inside you has been waiting for this reconnection to awaken. It was never that you were lazy, never that you were unmotivated, never that you were lost. Your spirit was waiting for the alignment that opens the path. And now that alignment has arrived. But I must tell you one more truth now, and I need you to hear it softly. Do not try to control the outcome. The universe has already written the unfolding. The timing is already arranged. The steps are already guided. Your only role now is to remain open, present, receptive, and awake, because love that is real and destiny that is divine does not require force, it requires readiness, and you, my child, are finally ready. The next part will reveal what will happen in the days and weeks after this message arrives, and how your life will begin to transform in ways that may feel unbelievable at first.